Disgrace by J. M. Coetzee. Chapter 22. He stays in contact with Lucy by telephone. In their conversations, she is at pains to assure him that all is well on the farm, he to give the impression that he does not doubt her. She is hard at work in the flower beds, she tells him, where the spring crop is now in bloom. The kennels are reviving. She has 2 dogs on full board and hopes of more. Petrus is busy with his house, but not too busy to help out. The Shaws are frequent visitors. No, she does not need money. But something in Lucy's tone nags at him. He telephones Bev Shaw. "You are the only person I can ask," he says. "How is Lucy, truthfully?" Bev Shaw is guarded. "What has she told you?" "She tells me that everything is fine, but she sounds like a zombie. She sounds as if she is on tranquilizers." "Is she?" Bev Shaw evades the question. However, she says, and she seems to be picking her words carefully, "There have been developments." "What developments?" "I can't tell you, David. Don't make me. Lucy will have to tell you herself." He calls Lucy. "I must make a trip to Durban," he says, lying. "There is a possibility of a job. May I stop off for a day or two?" "Has Bev been speaking to you?" "Bev has nothing to do with it. May I come?" He flies to Port Elizabeth and hires a car. 2 hours later, he turns off the road onto the track that leads to the farm, Lucy's farm, Lucy's patch of earth. Is it his earth too? It does not feel like his earth. Despite the time he has spent here, it feels like a foreign land. There have been changes. A wire fence, not particularly skillfully erected, now marks the boundary between Lucy's property and Petrus's. On Petrus's side graze a pair of scrawny heifers. Petrus's house has become a reality. Grey and featureless, it stands on an eminence east of the old farmhouse. In the mornings, he guesses, it must cast a long shadow. Lucy opens the door wearing a shapeless smock that might as well be a nightdress. Her old air of brisk good health is gone. Her complexion is pasty. She has not washed her hair. Without warmth, she returns his embrace. "Come in," she says. "I was just making tea." They sit together at the kitchen table. She pours tea, passes him a packet of ginger snaps. "Tell me about the Durban offer," she says. "That can wait. I am here, Lucy, because I am concerned about you. Are you all right?" "I'm pregnant." "You are what?" "I'm pregnant." "From whom? From that day?" "From that day." "I don't understand. I thought you took care of it, you and your GP." "No." "What do you mean, no? You mean you didn't take care of it?" "I have taken care. I have taken every reasonable care short of what you are hinting at, but I am not having an abortion. That is something I am not prepared to go through with again." "I didn't know you felt that way. You never told me you did not believe in abortion. Why should there be a question of abortion anyway? I thought you took Offeral." "This has nothing to do with belief, and I never said I took Offeral." "You could have told me earlier. Why did you keep it from me?" "Because I couldn't face one of your eruptions, David. I can't run my life according to whether or not you like what I do. Not anymore. You behave as if everything I do is part of the story of your life. You are the main character. I am a minor character who doesn't make an appearance until halfway through. Well, contrary to what you think, people are not divided into major and minor. I am not minor. I have a life of my own, just as important to me as yours is to you. And in my life, I am the one who makes the decisions." "An eruption? Is this not an eruption in its own right?" "That's enough, Lucy," he says, taking her hand across the table. "Are you telling me you are going to have the child?" "Yes." "A child from one of those 2 men?" "Yes." "Why? Why? I am a woman, David. Do you think I hate children? Should I choose against the child because of who its father is?" "It has been known." "When are you expecting it?" "May, the end of May." "And your mind is made up?" "Yes." "Very well. This has come as a shock to me, I confess. But I will stand by you, whatever you decide. There is no question about that." Now I'm going to take a walk. We can talk again later. Why can they not talk now? Because he is shaken. Because there is a risk that he too might erupt. She is not prepared, she says, to go through with it again. Therefore, she has had an abortion before. He would never have guessed it. When could it have been? While she was still living at home? Did Rosalind know? And was he kept in the dark? The gang of three. Three fathers in one. Rapists rather than robbers, Lucy called them. Rapist come tax gatherers roaming the area, attacking women, indulging their violent pleasures. Well, Lucy was wrong. They were not raping, they were mating. It was not the pleasure principle that ran the show, but the testicles, sacs bulging with seed aching to perfect itself. And now, lo and behold, the child. Already he is calling it the child, when it is no more than a worm in his daughter's womb. What kind of child can seed like that give life to? Seed driven into the woman not in love, but in hatred, mixed chaotically, meant to soil her, to mark her, like a dog's urine. A father without the sense to have a son. Is that how it is all going to end? Is this how his line is going to run out, like water dribbling into the earth? Who would have thought it? A day like any other, clear skies, a mild sun, yet suddenly everything is changed, utterly changed. Standing against the wall outside the kitchen, hiding his face in his hands, he heaves and finally cries. He installs himself in Lucy's old room, which she has not taken back. For the rest of the afternoon he avoids her, afraid he will come out with something rash. Over supper there is a new revelation. By the way, she says, the boy is back. The boy? Yes, the boy you had the row with at Petrus's party. He is staying with Petrus, helping him. His name is Pollux. Not Njasisi, not Kwabayake, nothing unpronounceable, just Pollux. Pollux. And David, can we have some relief from that terrible irony of yours? I don't know what you mean. Of course you do. For years you used it against me when I was a child, to mortify me. You can't have forgotten. Anyway, Pollux turns out to be a brother of Petrus's wife's. Whether that means a real brother, I don't know. But Petrus has obligations toward him. Family obligations. So it all begins to come out. And now young Pollux returns to the scene of the crime, and we must behave as if nothing has happened. Don't get indignant, David. It doesn't help. According to Petrus, Pollux has dropped out of school and can't find a job. I just want to warn you he is around. I would steer clear of him if I were you. I suspect there is something wrong with him. But I can't order him off the property. It's not in my power. Particularly. He does not finish the sentence. Particularly what? Say it. Particularly when he may be the father of the child you are carrying. Lucy, your situation is becoming ridiculous. Worse than ridiculous. Sinister. I don't know how you can fail to see it. I plead with you. Leave the farm before it is too late. It is the only sane thing left to do. Stop calling it the farm, David. This is not a farm. It's just a piece of land where I grow things. We both know that. But no, I'm not giving it up. He goes to bed with a heavy heart. Nothing has changed between Lucy and himself. Nothing has healed. They snap at each other as if he has not been away at all. It is morning. He clambers over the new-built fence. Petrus's wife is hanging washing behind the old stables. Good morning, he says. Molo, I'm looking for Petrus. She does not meet his eyes, but points languidly toward the building site. Her movements are slow, heavy. Her time is near. Even he can see that. Petrus is glazing windows. There is a long palaver of greetings that ought to be gone through, but he is in no mood for it. Lucy tells me the boy is back again, he says. Pollux, the boy who attacked her. Petrus scrapes his knife clean, lays it down. He is my relative, he says, rolling the R. Now I must tell him to go away because of this thing that happened? You told me you did not know him. You lied to me. Petrus sets his pipe between his stained teeth and sucks vigorously. Then he removes the pipe and gives a wide smile. I lie, he says. I lie to you. He sucks again. For why must I lie to you? Don't ask me. Ask yourself, Petrus. Why do you lie? The smile has vanished. You go away. You come back again. Why? He stares challengingly. You have no work here. You come to look after your child. I also look after my child. Your child? Now he is your child, this Pollux. Yes, he is a child. He is my family, my people. So that is it. No more lies. My people. As naked an answer as he could wish. Well, Lucy is his people. You say it is bad what happened, Petrus continues. I also say it is bad. It is bad. But it is finished. He takes the pipe from his mouth, stabs the air vehemently with the stem. It is finished. It is not finished. Don't pretend you don't know what I mean. It is not finished. On the contrary, it is just beginning. It will go on long after I am dead and you are dead. Petrus stares reflectively, not pretending he does not understand. He will marry her, he says at last. He will marry Lucy, only he is too young to be married. He is a child still, a dangerous child, a young thug, a jackal boy. Petrus brushes aside the insults. Yes, he is too young, too young. Maybe one day he can marry, but not now. I will marry. You will marry whom? I will marry Lucy. He cannot believe his ears. So this is it. This is what all the shadow boxing was for, this bid, this blow. And here stands Petrus foursquare, puffing on the empty pipe, waiting for a response. You will marry Lucy? He says carefully. Explain to me what you mean. No, wait, rather don't explain. This is not something I want to hear. This is not how we do things. We, he is on the point of saying, we Westerners. Yes, I can see, says Petrus. He is positively chuckling. But I tell you, then you tell Lucy. Then it is over, all this badness. Lucy does not want to marry. Does not want to marry a man. It is not an option she will consider. I can't make myself clearer than that. She wants to live her own life. Yes, I know, says Petrus. And perhaps he does indeed know. He would be a fool to underestimate Petrus. But here, says Petrus, it is dangerous, too dangerous. A woman must be married. I tried to handle it lightly, he tells Lucy afterwards, though I could hardly believe what I was hearing. It was blackmail, pure and simple. It wasn't blackmail, you are wrong about that. I hope you didn't lose your temper. No, I didn't lose my temper. I said I would relay his offer, that's all. I said I doubted you would be interested. Were you offended? Offended at the prospect of becoming Petrus's father-in-law? No, I was taken aback, astonished, dumbfounded, but no, not offended. Give me credit for that. Because I must tell you, this is not the first time. Petrus has been dropping hints for a while now, that I would find it altogether safer to become part of his establishment. It is not a joke, not a threat. At some level he is serious. I have no doubt that in some sense he is serious. The question is, in what sense? Is he aware that you are... You mean, is he aware of my condition? I have not told him, but I am sure his wife and he will have put two and two together. And that won't make him change his mind? Why should it? It will make me all the more part of the family. In any event, it is not me he is after. He is after the farm. The farm is my dowry. But this is preposterous, Lucy. He's already married. In fact, you told me there are two wives. How can you even contemplate it? I don't believe you get the point, David. Petrus is not offering me a church wedding followed by a honeymoon on the wild coast. He is offering an alliance, a deal. I contribute the land, in return for which I am allowed to creep in under his wing. Otherwise, he wants to remind me I am without protection. I am fair game. And isn't that blackmail? What about the personal side? Is there no personal side to the offer? Do you mean, would Petrus expect me to sleep with him? I'm not sure that Petrus would want to sleep with me, except to drive home his message. But to be frank, no, I don't want to sleep with Petrus. Definitely not. Then we need not discuss it any further. Shall I convey your decision to Petrus that his offer is not accepted, and I won't say why? No, wait. Before you get on your high horse with Petrus, take a moment to consider my situation objectively. Objectively, I am a woman alone. I have no brothers. I have a father, but he is far away, and anyhow powerless in the terms that matter here. To whom can I turn for protection, for patronage? To Ettinger? It is just a matter of time before Ettinger is found with a bullet in his back. Practically speaking, there is only Petrus left. Petrus may not be a big man, but he is big enough for someone small like me. And at least I know Petrus. I have no illusions about him. I know what I would be letting myself in for. Lucy, I am in the process of selling the house in Cape Town. I am prepared to send you to Holland. Alternatively, I am prepared to give you whatever you need to set yourself up again somewhere safer than here. Think about it. It is as if she has not heard him. Go back to Petrus, she says. Propose the following. Say, I accept his protection. Say he can put out whatever story he likes about our relationship, and I won't contradict him. If he wants me to be known as his third wife, so be it. As his concubine, ditto. But then the child becomes his too. The child becomes part of his family. As for the land, say I will sign the land over to him as long as the house remains mine. I will become a tenant on his land. A Beiwohner. A Beiwohner. But the house remains mine. I repeat that. No one enters this house without my permission, including him. And I keep the kennels. It's not workable, Lucy. Legally, it's not workable. You know that. Then what do you propose? She sits in her housecoat and slippers with yesterday's newspaper on her lap. Her hair hangs lank. She is overweight in a slack, unhealthy way. More and more she has begun to look like one of those women who shuffle around the corridors of nursing homes whispering to themselves. Why should Petrus bother to negotiate? She cannot last. Leave her alone, and in due course she will fall like rotten fruit. I have made my proposal. 2 proposals. No, I'm not leaving. Go to Petrus and tell him what I have said. Tell him I give up the land. Tell him that he can have it, title, deed and all. He will love that. There is a pause between them. How humiliating, he says finally. Such high hopes, and to end like this. Yes, I agree, it is humiliating, but perhaps that is a good point to start from again. Perhaps that is what I must learn to accept, to start at ground level, with nothing. Not with nothing, but with nothing. No cards, no weapons, no property, no rights, no dignity. Like a dog. Yes, like a dog.